Wow, I don't even know where to start with this one. It feels like I just got off the world's most craziest roller coaster and still need to gather my senses. I can say right off the bat that I enjoyed this. I mean, really enjoyed this. Get a Robot Armageddon has so much crazy stuff going on in the first 4 episodes alone, but I couldn't help but carry on watching it even if I didn't fully understand what the hell was happening. While I feel like Gurren Lagann slowly puts his foot down on the accelerator, gradually becoming more insane each episode up to the climaxing final episode, Get a Robo on the other hand puts its foot all the way down from the get-go and yet somehow gets even faster and crazier by the end. This is very much an alien invasion story, a bit like Invasion of the Body Snatchers but with super robots attached. After a massive battle with Shin Dragon, the fallout is catastrophic as Get-A-Ray shockwaves are sent across the earth, wiping out nearly all life. We return over a decade later to find life on Earth is barely hanging on by a thread, and the aliens known as the Invaders have re-emerged. So surely this can only mean the Get-A team have to come back as well. I knew before I sat down to watch this that I was already going to like the original Get-A team trio of Roma, Hayato and Benki, and for sure that's exactly what happened. However, there were a few other characters that surprised me how much I ended up liking them. One being Schwartz, an American soldier who is part of the super robot army, which is basically made up of what you would call grunt super robots. Schwartz happens to pilot one of my favourite robots, the Stilva. He actually starts off being a total dick towards Kay and the other Get-A crew. He eventually comes around by the end. You don't see him much, but he shows up when it counts. Kay was an interesting character because she played tough but also had frailties. It was a good balance of a character trying to find her way through this battle against the Invaders. The Invaders were interesting enemies, especially when you find out their origin. Let's just say using your own against you applies very much to the Invaders. I can't really say much more on them as that would ruin it. Get-A Robo does a great job of mixing old characters with new ones. You know, like in Expendables 3 you have the old 80s crew and then the modern day crew. Get-A Robot is kinda like that, only it does a far better job of mixing the two different eras up. I felt like the story had good family core values within it, which I noticed when playing Super Robot War games that many 70s Super Robot animes had, so it's cool they kept that aspect for the 90s version. The animation somehow manages to maintain that 70s art style but updated to fit 90s animation. I think it was the best way to keep older fans happy. It's got that classic feel while feeling modern at the same time. What I did not expect was body horror to be in this anime. It reminded me of Devilman, which I later came to find out the creator of Devilman worked alongside the creator of Get-A Robo, so that would explain the influence. I find myself saying this a lot about the music in the animes I watch, but once again Get-A Robot's Armageddon second theme song music is so damn good. I would literally replay the intro just to hear it again. The last episode of this anime is pure insanity in the best possible way. I mean, it's nuts. Those of you that have seen it know exactly what I'm talking about, or if you've watched Gurren Lagann and know how crazy that gets at the very end. Get-A Robot is all of that. I'm not going to ruin it because this is something every mecha fan needs to experience for themselves. Hell, even if you're not into mecha, the last episode is a spectacle on every other level. Animation, music, the emotion, it's all in perfect sync. Even watching it by myself, I had to start clapping a round of applause because I just bear witness to something so epic. Most of my previous knowledge of Get-A Robo comes from what I've played in the Super Robot War games, but even if you have zero idea of what the Get-A Robo franchise is, you can still very much enjoy this show. Get-A Robo Armageddon used its running time perfectly, and with it being only 13 episodes, it's something you can easily binge watch over a weekend. I would highly recommend it. You won't put it down till you're finished. As always, thanks for watching and catch you next time.